12:14, Jen McCabe calls J.O., all right, to give him directions. They're on the phone for 44 seconds. 44 seconds. That's a long time. Really, they could just put it in their navigation. What were they talking about for 44 seconds? John O'Keefe calls back to clarify the directions. They're on the phone for 36 seconds. Now, keep in mind, 11:58, Higgins is throwing up his arms. Everything's getting weird. I don't know. I think it's more like, what's going on over there? How's everybody feeling? What's up? 12:23, the SUV pops off at 34 Fairview because Nagel says that. Ryan Nagel says when he pulled up at 12:23, we know that for a fact because the text to his sister. 12:27, JM sees the SUV. Good old Jen McCabe sees the SUV and texts John O here. She testified to that. When she seen the SUV, keep in mind, she testified to this. Not only is this written, she testified. She says here, okay? At 12:29, this is a smoking gun right here. At 12:29, there was a phone call, and it does say it was answered, and it's JM calling John O'Keefe. And it was an 8-second call, but she says he never answered. That's at 12:29. At 12:31, she goes in the house. She goes back to the party. She's doing her thing. And at 12:31, she reaches down, texts, hey, pull up behind me. Because maybe Maddie said, just tell him to pull up behind me. But then the next time she texted him wasn't for another 9 minutes. Right? Now, we know right around 12:30 is when Karen peeled off. Right? So 12:40, 9 minutes goes by. So my thing is, what if another SUV pulled up? What if it was Kevin who pulled up in the SUV? He's a cop. I don't think that he would shut his car off. If it's snowing outside and it's freezing, why would he shut his car off? He might leave it running. And where would he go? He would probably go up the side, downstairs into the basement, because he probably lived in that basement before. Probably did some things in that basement. Like I said, this is just something to think about. If there's any truth that Jennifer's saying, if there's any truth to what she's saying, then I would think that that's what happened. Because now 9 minutes goes by, she's upstairs, they're downstairs. They're downstairs, right? And she's probably told not to go down there. It's probably something known. Nicole, Jen, don't go down there. The brother, Brian, little Brian A, the daughter, don't go down there. That's Dad's room. You don't go down there. Stay down there. That's the dungeon. That's like, you ever see Bret Hart? The dungeon. They used to wrestle down there and learn how to stretch dudes out. Now at 12:40, like I said, she looks out the window and the SUV moved, parked through the same area where they was, because if it was Kevin, they're going up the side. Then she calls at 12:41, 12:41. But then at 12:42, she texts again, where are you? 12:43, she calls him again. Then at 12:45, maybe she gets up and goes, what's going on? She goes out the window and she sees that same SUV peel off. Now she texts, hello? And then that's maybe when someone came upstairs and say, Jay, come down here. Or she walked down there against their commands and she sees what's happening. And she goes, I just seen Karen outside. They freak out. What do you mean you seen Karen? Where's his phone? Grab his phone. Call his phone. And then she called the phone the 3 times at 12:46, 12:47, 12:50. I'm just saying, right? How did it happen? Because Alan's saying that she called looking for the phone, but how did that happen? How did it lead up to that? Because how did she get in the mix?
Wow. Read between the lines. Yeah.
For more content, keep subscribing to J.F.K. Show Off. And I appreciate every one of y'all and your time. Thank you.